And her mother's maiden name was Dillon.
Dillon, that's right.
Alicia Catherine Dillon.
Right.
Okay, how does Austin come in? Because his name is Dillon.
My Aunt Elizabeth Dillon
Okay.
adopted Austin.
Oh, your aunt.
Adopted Austin.
Austin Dillon.
Yeah.
So he really wasn't a brother to
No.
Grandma?
No.
Oh, she always called him her brother.
Well, because his adopted brother.
Yeah,
Oh. Oh, so
actually a cousin if it was.
really a
Yeah,
cousin.
yeah.
But she always referred to him as her brother, or
Yeah.
half-brother. She always referred to him as her half-brother. Actually, she was half-cousin. He was her half-cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Okay,
the
so-
Dillon doesn't just come, it comes
No,
from,
not half cousin.
Be a full cousin.
Full cousin.
Full
Yeah, full
cousin.
cousin.
Yeah,
full
she,
cousin.
when,
yeah, but he was a cousin, not
Yeah.
a half-brother.
so when he,
Okay.
but then they made the adoption.
Okay.
actually,
So who was Austin Dillon? Who was?
It'd be Grandma Redle's cousin, really.
He was a minister down in New Mexico.
Okay.
Roswell, New Mexico, wasn't it? Was it a Methodist?
But for
Yeah.
some reason, she always referred to him as her half-brother.
Well,
Maybe,
Maybe
were
she
they?
just,
Well,
maybe
but didn't they live together?
They lived together.
They lived together.
They lived
Yeah.
together.
When
That's-
Mom's father disappeared, didn't her mother and her move with
Yeah.
Auntie?
yeah, they're
She always
together.
referred to her as Auntie
They're together, and
in Boston.
Okay.
Auntie Dillon didn't know how to handle him.
Oh, okay.
So he was free to go wherever he wanted to anytime.
Who is this?
Austin.
I remember when
John Mooney?
I remember when I heard by the grapevine, I was out playing football with somebody, about Austin getting married. I didn't know it until that happened.
Didn't know what?
What was going on.
Oh,
I was not on the end of it all.
So, but she married John Mooney. The grandmother did.
So our
Yeah.
grandma's mom and dad were John Mooney and what was Grandma Redle? Your mom's.
Catherine, her name was Catherine Dillon. Or
Marion
Ellie-
Mooney.
Your mother's name was maiden name was Mooney. Marion
Mooney.
And
But
her
she-
mom and dad were
Yeah. And when they left from Boston and came out to Sheridan, it was Auntie Dillon and Mom and Austin.
okay.
And Austin was free to go, much you might say. Everybody liked him. He got along great with people.
Okay.
Okay, so, okay, now tell me again.
They said he was very popular down in Roswell, New Mexico.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Teresa, do you want,
Yeah. There's
does
a-
anybody want a can of
Oh, I'd love a Diet Coke.
Do you want it in a can or in a glass?
Can is wonderful.
I'd have a regular Coke if you
Yeah,
had.
I'll have this.
Okay, Uncle
It's
Dave,
Coke
okay,
Zero.
so,
Is that,
no, that'll be, he'll be.
that's diet too, isn't it?
No,
Yeah, it is actually. It just tastes different.
It tastes like regular Coke.
Does it?
It's more like regular Coke than I
Okay,
don't know
so
if we
let's
have
see,
one.
I gotta get this again now.
I do this. I
Okay,
pull
this
out my
is
video
still
camera
confusing.
whenever
My dad
Dad
was,
starts talking
make a
about.
7-Up.
7-Up would be fine.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Can I have the
so, we've got Grandpa, but Grandma was,
whatever,
her
something diet,
parents were John Mooney
Mhm.
and Alicia Catherine Dillon. Were Grandma's parents.
Okay, and
Okay, and then this is her sister,
Hold on, I
Auntie
got-
Dillon, right? This
Right.
is her sister, Auntie
Yeah.
Dillon, who adopted Austin.
Right.
And so that's where the Austin Dillon, where Grandma calls him a half-brother when really he was a cousin.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
you gonna write all that down, Tom? Because we're gonna have it all screwed up in about
It used to
15
be-
minutes.
You better write it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know whether I want, well, you can make me another copy of this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so it was Auntie Dillon.
Remember what her name,
And was
her
it,
actual
was her name
was?
Elizabeth?
Mooney.
No, Auntie, what was her real first name?
Elizabeth, wasn't it?
Elizabeth, I think.
Okay.
Oh,
Am I good?
Elizabeth Mary, or
Okay.
Mary Elizabeth wanted to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna say Elizabeth.
I have to get it out of the private
Oh,
stock.
she was heavy set.
thank you.
Okay, Auntie Dillon, then she's the one that had
She
Austin.
adopted us.
They adopted us.
Okay.
But where did Austin come from?
We don't know, he was adopted.
I mean, he was truly just adopted. I mean, it wasn't like he was somebody's,
no.
No, he
like,
was,
So we're
child.
before Uncle Austin. See, I'm the only Austin I
the
know.
relationship was there, but then they adopted, that changed the relationship in a way.
Okay, but I mean, he was,
A baby adopted from an orphanage, or was he adopted from a friend?
I don't know that, I
Okay.
wasn't there.
what? You're supposed to know
We
everything.
need grandma.
I know, wouldn't that be nice?
But Elizabeth was her sister,
Yeah.
and so you called her Auntie or Auntie Dillon.
That's
Okay.
right,
And she's the one that had Austin. Well, that makes sense then.
yeah.
And because Grandma's maiden name was, her mother's name was Dillon.
Yeah, that's what we couldn't figure out.
Uncle Frank always kept telling me, and I couldn't get, because at our house, as you're coming in our house, we have these, my folks just had 2 plain windows, and we decided to do this etching glass business and stuff. And we put on one of them the Meehan crest, Irish crest, and everything. We did that. And on my side, I went with Dillon
Okay.
because,
You wanted to be Irish.
we all
Well, wanna
I didn't
be.
want to do Mooney. Mooney didn't have much of a
Of a
ring.
crest?
Well, no,
Okay.
but I'm looking at my dad's middle name is Dillon.
Right,
David Dillon.
Right.
Austin, all this. Dillon is the one, and so Uncle Frank's the one that said to me, well, that is your great-grandmother's maiden name. So then it,
Okay.
But I never had it
Maria?
quite in the picture. Like
Right,
this.
I know what you
At the top of the stairs there, he's listening to all this.
Yeah, that big
That's
picture.
who that is?
Yeah, that's
It's-
it's David Dillon,
Yeah,
He is,
David Dillon, I had his stairs here in the house.
but
well,
he-
Dave will bring him down.
But who was he?
Dillon, that's his name, David
But
Dillon.
Yeah, but
what
that's
is the
your-
relation?
That's your name.
Yeah,
And that would be my grandma Redle's dad.
No, her dad was
I
John
don't know.
Mooney. Her dad's
Oh,
name was John
Mooney. So who's the Dillon?
her mother,
this
her mother was a Dillon. Wow.
Yep,
I
that's,
think I got told online that Mooney was a boozer,
Oh.
and that's
I'm not
He's sort of-
penciling that in.
Well, wait a minute, he's Irish, what do you expect?
Who's this
they
now?
probably all were.
That
Yeah.
is,
Daddy, then how would this guy, what's his relationship to all of us? This guy right here.
that.
That's David Dillon.
Yeah, he's my great uncle, I guess, or uncle or great uncle.
would he would probably be Alicia Catherine Dillon's brother,
Probably.
would be my guess.
Yeah,
And Grandma's,
So
would that be?
that's David Dillon then.
yeah.
Somebody
Alicia
just write that
Catherine-
down on there. Or is it
John Mooney married Alicia Dillon. I'll bet that's
Sharpie?
her
Or is there something?
brother.
David Dillon.
I bet that's her brother.
So, do you have much of a family tree written out there?
No, we don't.
Do you guys know that I'm
always
going to
scared me.
Ireland in September?
You are.
And
John
yes,
Mooney.
She's taking me with her.
yep,
Yeah.
he's
Polish
taking
guy.
me.
When are you going?
It's September
Yeah, we're going.
16th.
It was
I'm gonna
a
Ireland,
Miss the Notre Dame Navy game
Have
by
you ever
2
been
weeks.
there?
No.
Oh, I know, I saw that on the
We've
airline
been there
things.
3
We'll have
times.
to give you
I
some
love it
hints.
over there.
John
I just-
Mooney
Sophia
married.
He's not
Alicia
Irish at all, but I
Dillon.
want us to check out, that was his wedding present to me for our 30th
The first time we
anniversary.
went to Ireland, I think it was 1996, wasn't it? Is that right?
Yes.
I couldn't believe it over there. 1996, that's not all that long ago. I saw this farmer going down the field with
With
a
a-
horse-drawn plow.
Okay.
Going down the field. I couldn't believe it. You know?
He wasn't Amish.
Okay,
Wanna sit?
I've got
No.
it now. I mean, it's hard, I have to think about this, but John Mooney married Alicia Catherine Dillon, and Grandma, she is their daughter, okay, Marion. but Alicia has a sister named Elizabeth Mary. So there's Alicia Catherine and Elizabeth Mary. We're sisters. And she's the one that
They call Auntie
adopted
Dillon.
Austin Dillon. And so she
Okay.
lived with them.
And-
She and he probably flew the coop. You said he
And-
was
In represent, it used to be that each day of the week, one of us went down to Auntie Dillon's and did chores for her.
okay. So
Now,
these are
it was-
sisters. These
We
two are
went down to
sisters.
Ed,
Okay.
Ed was very much like the Dillons. And
These two are sisters.
Auntie
okay.
Dillon, you made your tea, you took the kettles to the pot, not the other way around. So that, you know, if you didn't do it right, you told. And she told Ed that one time, and he just stopped out and went down and home.
Now,
They didn't want to be told.
who taught music in Boston?
Auntie Dillon.
Auntie Dillon taught
She taught
piano
music and French.
at the Boston Conservatory of Music.
Really?
On, I can't remember, the street will come to me in a minute.
Wow.
Because I walked, I mean, that was probably a mile from where they lived there.
So did Auntie Dillon move to Sheridan also?
But my mom and she came out to Sheridan to get.
What happened to John Mooney? Did he fly
He
the coop?
disappeared.
He flew
He
the
did.
coop.
There was never any
He
kind
was
of,
the boozer?
yeah, he probably just ended up
You better-
the
Better
boozer,
write that down.
known boozer.
I'll have to-
I'm gonna have Dave give me a clean copy, but I'm gonna have
You
my.
could probably have your
notes.
own little like private.
Because we need to have those notes too.
Yeah, I know, and I probably need to write this in pen because it's not, pencil won't come through, that is.
In
too funny.
September, you're
But we
going
need
to
We
Ireland?
need a
Yes.
clean
In
copy and then
September,
our
I'm
own
going to
notes.
Creighton for my 50th
Oh.
reunion.
From
Yeah.
dental school?
Uh-huh.
Well, you guys are
We
on
have
the same
30.
schedule. The
30?
reason we're leaving
gonna
on the
go- We have
16th,
the 15th is my 30th reunion, then the
From-
16th we leave for
so
Ireland.
we're going to his
Oh.
reunion in Milwaukee, and then we'll
Okay.
we're gonna fly
Why
out
are
of
you going to
Chicago.
Ireland?
It was
'Cause he
my
needed to
present.
find me a
She told me
present.
that she always
Oh,
does all the gifts and the
So
trips,
now-
and I had to plan something nice for our 30th.
that's great.
So,
So
So
he,
you're planning something
We're going-
nice?
Are you
So
renting
do-
a car over
yeah,
there?
yep.
That's the
Oh,
only way.
do
to
you know
do
what
it.
he did?
Be
We went out
careful
to
driving
dinner.
though. You
That I
On the
know.
wrong side of the road.
Yeah.
One of our good friends, Bill McHugh, they went over there playing golf, him and there was 8 or 12 of them. And one of them said, oh, we can do this, so they rent this van. It cost them $2,100 when they got the van back because of driving on the wrong side of the road, or the other side of the road. And the guy that was driving couldn't drive it, and they kept scratching the side of the van on the bushes and the.
that's what
And they have
Make
like,
sure you take that
They call those
insurance.
hedgerows.
Yeah.
Hedgerows. And
So where are you flying
some of
into?
them are
Into
just
Dublin and out of
brushy,
Dublin,
and
but-
some of them are rocks. And
Yes,
so and
that's
the
what
roads
Joe
are so
said.
darn narrow that it's
Yeah.
easy to do.
that it could be
And
really
everybody-
rocky.
They tried
drives
to
like
accuse me of
maniacs.
one time of scraping. I said, oh, those scratches were there, but when I rented the car, and then they didn't do anything about it.
Well, I just,
Make sure you
You're trying
have.
to-
my
double pay
credit card company I just talked to yesterday, and of course you talked to somebody in India first, and he goes, oh yes, you've got that coverage, you have collision and blah blah blah. And I said, are you sure? Because a friend of mine said that Ireland and Italy that a lot of them will exclude it. He says it doesn't say anything here. And then he says, if you want to double check, here's another number. So I called and they said, yes, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Israel, and like maybe one other place, like in Africa or something like that, are excluded.
You should talk to
And that's
Katie-
why.
to Katie about Ireland too.
Okay. Yeah.
She's been to Northern Ireland. She went to Belfast. She took the Black Cab tour. She's been all around, the Ring of Kerry.
Kerry,
and all
that
of
we'll do the
How
Ring of
long are
Kerry.
you going to be?
About 12 days.
Oh, you'll have plenty of time.
Yeah.
You'll have plenty
We
of
were
time.
in the Ring of Kerry one time on a very narrow road like they all are.
Mm-hmm.
They do have some new highways over there, some new super highways, they really do. But we're on this road and I'm driving, here comes a big bus around the corner, around a curve, coming right at me, and I hit the ditch.
Oh my gosh.
And got the car kind of hung up on a rock,
We're
you
either
know.
Ring of Kerry or we're going into Killarney National.
Well, that's the
Is
Ring
part
of
of
Kerry,
the-
that's the
first
Ring of
part.
Kerry.
Okay, we're with his
Yeah.
brother and a friend of
But
mine.
anyway, after the bus passed us and missed us, you know,
Oh.
and I just
We're
gunned
on a
it.
rock,
I gunned
but
it
that's
as-
okay.
And I got off that
That's-
rock. But I had the car actually
Maybe we better
hung up
bring a
on
winch
rock.
with us and so
Well,
that we
yeah,
can
you know,
get ourselves out of a problem. Yeah, one of those
I
little
gotta
come along
tell you
things.
this story, I just told it to Dave, about this Father O'Shaughnessy over there in Ireland. Had this little parish, you know, and after Mass, he'd always come out in the front of the church and greet the parishioners as they were leaving the church. And he was shaking hands this one day, and the last one out of the church is this Mary O'Brien. She's walking very slowly, and Father O'Shaughnessy says, "Mary, you seem so sad and you're walking so slowly. What's the problem?" She said, "Oh, me husband, Patty, he passed away last night." And Father said, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. What were his last words?" And she said, "Oh, his last words were, Mary, put down that gun."
Oh, that's good.
Dave, you're 64.
Yeah,
Bernard is
60.
60. Huh. Okay, Mary is.
I don't
Boy,
know.
there's
We
a
don't
test.
know.
We're not sure. 58.
Classified.
She's probably.
Well, you can probably narrow it down
Well-
You have your
with your
birthday list,
family.
Dan?
There was a,
With the dates on
We
it?
had 3 birthdays on the 31st of January.
3 birthdays?
Now, Mary Elizabeth,
Or
28.
28th.
Mary
28th.
Alice,
And Christine. Well, I'll tell you, if you can figure out,
I know how old Christine is, she's 2 days
So
older
you're
than me.
you're not. Are you? You're not
I'm-
next.
No,
Chris is
Chris
2
Chris
days
is
older
next.
than I am.
Jean
Oh no,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Jeannie is next.
Okay, and then
then
it's
Chris.
Christine.
And Chris is
55.
55 because they're the same age.
Okay,
And I am
then
right.
Teresa.
I will be
No, you're
54,
you're-
but right now I'm 53.
Well,
You're like the kids.
okay, I got
53
Dave
and a
as
half.
64. Yeah.
I am.
Okay,
I'm
close enough.
Are you?
10 years younger
10,
than
we're
me.
10 years
Yeah,
apart.
Okay, and then the next
both
one
October
is he
babies.
1, 2.
Ruthie.
Ruth.
Ruth is a year younger than me.
Okay, and so she's almost 53
Yeah.
in there, and then Steve,
Stephen
Steve's
is
a year younger
younger,
than me.
so 52.
and then Joe,
How old's Joe?
Joe's 16 younger, got 48.
48. Okay,
there's 17 years between Joe and me.
16.
Huh?
so
16.
so
I'm only
Mary's
64.
probably like 58, 57.
I'm actually 63, I'll be 64.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
put down
because
this.
Jeannie, there was Mary, Jeannie, and then
I'll just
Chris.
put down. I just wanted to
I'd
have
say
an idea.
58.
3 of your kids were born the same day, huh?
Well, two.
My wife
Yeah,
was
no.
born January 28th. Mary Elizabeth was born January 28th, and then